and whatever comes to my mind. There is so much sadness and hurt and disgusting things going on in the world, and it's such a scary place right now. I don't know, maybe it always will be. I don't know. But I want to take that as an opportunity to bring you guys into calm and peace, even if it's only for 15 minutes. I saw something that kind of sparked this prior to everything, and I thought it was kind of relevant, and I just kind of wanted to read it to you, I guess. It's like a little clip from TikTok. It says, it's a duck and a dog talking. And it says, the gloom has caught up with me again. I guess I'm back at the bottom, but at least I have the chance to start over. And the dog says to him, I don't think you're back at the bottom. It's just that every time you feel like this, you're reminded of the times when you were in a really bad place. The feeling is the same, but it can't erase the long way you've come and all the things you've learned. You're still in a different place now. Please don't forget that. You'll get through it this time too, and once you do, you'll see just how far up you already were. And listen, I don't want this to be like, oh well, whatever. But I want it to be a moment where we are able to acknowledge that life is hard and you might feel a certain way. And that feeling might even be something you felt before. But that doesn't mean that that's where you are right now. It means that is it just means that is where you can realize that feeling, and you know that's where you've been. That doesn't mean that's where you are, even if it feels like that might be where you are. I promise you it's probably not. And that reminded me of a poem, ironically from BoJack Horseman, which is like the craziest show to have like an emotional poem in. But if you've never seen it, there's an episode where they talk about where he reads the poem, The View from Halfway Down. And I'm not going to be able to do the inflection that he does, but I'm going to read it to you. If you've not seen that clip, just look up BoJack Horseman, The View from Halfway Down, and I recommend it. It is very emotional, I think, anyways. The weak breeze whispers nothing. The water screams sublime. His feet shift, teeter, totter. Deep breaths stand back. It's time. Toes untouch the overpass. Soon he's waterbound. Eyes locked shut, but peek to see the view from halfway down. A little wind, a summer sun, a river rich and regal. A flood of fond endorphins brings a calm that knows no equal. You're flying now. You see things much more clear than from the ground. It's all okay, or it would be, were you not now halfway down. Thrashed to break from gravity, safety back at top. But this is it. The deed is done. Silence drowns the sound. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. I really should have thought about the view from halfway down. I wish I could have known about the view from halfway down. I wanted to sit here and talk to you guys because I don't think enough people sit in life and maybe not meditate, but rest in the ideas and thoughts of a day. And maybe that's not what we're gonna do. Maybe we're not gonna rest and sit in the thoughts of a day. Maybe we're gonna rest and sit in the thoughts of your day or my day. But we're gonna sit together. Maybe you're laying, maybe you're eating. One thing that I've been kind of battling with personally is self-talk, self-thought, self-deprecation, and I think we all do to a degree, right? The thought that whatever we do, however much work I'm willing to put into something, will it ever be what I want it to be? Will it ever amount to what I want it to? And I guess the answer is I don't know. But just because the answer is I don't know, does that mean I should give up? I'm not a therapist. I'm not licensed to do this on any capacity, obviously. But I think life is hard. And I think we are told so many things that are wrong in childhood and early adulthood that set us up to feel like if we're not exactly where we wanted to be by a certain age, we failed. And I just wanted to sit here as a person in your life, in whatever capacity that is, and I just wanted to say your journey, in whatever part of it you're in, is exactly where you're supposed to be. If nobody has told you that they're proud of you, I'm proud of you. Whatever you've done today, yesterday, this week, this last weekend, whatever, in life, last year, who knows? You did a good job. You've made hard decisions, and now you're here because of them. And the peace might not have come yet, and that's okay. But it will, and when it does, you will feel euphoric because of it. I've been dealing with a lot of feeling like almost impostor syndrome, kind of, which is ridiculous because, like, I feel like impostor syndrome is for, like, people who have, like, millions of subscribers and, like, are famous or something. And ironically enough, I don't have imposter syndrome from you guys, from this. I have imposter syndrome in my own life. Like, I feel like people think I'm so qualified to do things, and I don't feel that. I don't feel like I am qualified, or if I am, I feel like I'm just barely qualified. And it's a scary thought to feel like what you're doing might be letting people down, you know? But I had a conversation with a friend of mine from work, and I think she also kind of sparked this idea as well. She probably would never know that, but she said, she quoted, that you are smart, you are beautiful, you are, you know, whatever. And I had a big meeting last week, and I didn't talk about it with really anybody, but I had a really large, important, higher up meeting I was gonna be by myself, and I didn't know what that was gonna look like or what that was a determining factor of. And we were talking, and she kind of gave me like a pep talk. And the pep talk was like, you're smart, you're pretty, you're brave, you're educated, you catch on quick, you're well spoken. What are you afraid of? And my question was, letting people down. My answer was letting people down. My answer was not knowing the right answer. And her answer to that was something I wish I could have framed. Because she said, you're only gonna know the right answers to things, to the questions you actually know the answers to. Nobody expects you to know the answer to every single question ever asked in the world. What we expect is for you to answer the questions that you know the answer to. That's why a question is asked. And she said, you don't have to know every answer, but you have to trust your gut enough to know that if you know the answer, that's what's right. And that was rough for me, because sometimes I feel like, especially at this new job, because I like this job so much, that I know the answer. I just am afraid of what to say, or to say the answer, because what if it's wrong? Like, it doesn't matter if it's wrong. But I realized how much I needed to hear that. I realized how much I needed to hear somebody say that I was okay. I was allowed to be wrong. I was allowed to answer a question and it to be an incorrect answer. I realized that I needed to hear somebody tell me that if I don't know everything, that's okay. Because I don't. I know far from everything. I know very, very far from everything. But she's become a big person for me in my life because of that. And when people are willing and able to talk to you and listen to you about things, I think that's when the impact starts. And that's the reason I wanted to make this video today, because I want you to know that sometimes there might not be somebody that's directly related, like, around you to say these things, but it doesn't mean you shouldn't hear them. And I want you to know that my channel is a safe space for you to be constantly, always, forever, because I'm not gonna turn you out because of how you feel, what you believe. None of that, never. The world is harsh and scary and relentless and disrespectful and rude and dark and scary, and that is one of my favorite things about ASMR, is I get to watch ASMR as a way to deal with the scary real world. I get to watch it and listen to it and film it as a way to not have to worry about the rest of the world and everything else. And so I just think I just wanted to sit here for 15 minutes or so and be not with the world. Be our own little world, I guess. I don't know. I've adored creating a platform on this channel. I think it has been the highlight of the last year. Well, one of them. It's been awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I hope this isn't super random and super weird, but I'm sure it will be.